Hey everybody, welcome back to my stream. Yesterday we made a lot of progress on our project, FQAuth, and got a little stuck with the GitHub Actions. So hopefully we're going to make some progress on that today. We tried a few different GitHub action, what are actions called on GitHub Actions? Plugins? Um, Steps to try to get Postgres set up. Um, and none of them really allowed us to use the create extension command. And I really want my database to create the IDs. So I wanted the UUIDs to come from Postgres. Maybe that's a bad idea, but I feel like using a popular extension in Postgres shouldn't be this hard to do. Uh, yeah. Um, so to kind of simplify things, I'm going to comment out all the other runners, I guess, all the other tests that we run. Um, and just focus on, I guess, this one here. And instead of using, what are they called for GitHub? Instead of using GitHub plugins, I guess that's what I'll call them. Let's try running Homebrew directly. Here on the command line locally. We have the correct syntax. I think it's UUID OSSP. I think this has to be quotes, actually. I'm going to put single quotes at the end. Okay, so you can see that's the correct syntax. Does this say quotes around it? I'm not sure what's going to make the YAML happy here. The failures from yesterday. Connection refused, eh? Try, try copying it in one more time. I mean, maybe it doesn't need a version. We could try this one instead. Struggle is real. Let's go into the download action. Until later. Bruce Leaf says unit testing great. Integration testing amazing. Testing in production. Nani? Like A/B testing? Nice. Good to see you again. The struggle is real with GitHub Actions today. Howdy, says Bruce Leaf. If you figure out how to run Vapor and Postgres and GitHub Actions, that would be amazing. Never figured it out. Yeah, well, that's that's what we're doing today. This really killed us yesterday. Oh, and I guess I can post the link so whoa, folks feel like following along. Like if it's not a link, it's easier to see. Warning, use. Oh, Postgres is already installed and up to date. Okay. Successfully started Postgres 14. Okay. Did not connect to server. I feel like GitHub Actions has like so much stuff like locked down. It's like there's no Docker on the Mac, so I can't even run like a Postgres container, um, which is perhaps what I would normally do. I just want a Postgres. Um, so if I started the services and it's there, how come? So this is Ubuntu. Oh, maybe I need to add Mac to my query. It looks like it's not GitHub Actions either. Let's see, what's the quotes? GitHub Actions. Run services on Mac OS. This might be what we need. Okay, so what are the answers? That's not an answer. Use an external database. Oh my. Actually, that's that's kind of clever. But I guess the free version of this is falling off in a little bit. I guess what's interesting though is that what we saw was that um, GitHub was, I mean, not GitHub, Postgres was active. Like it was able to start the service. It's just we couldn't connect. Maybe I'll type in this error message. So Postgres is there and running, but we can't connect to it. What could the problem be? Restart. Yeah, because I haven't really created a database yet, right? Oh, this is interesting. Just create our own. Make sure that it's, yeah, make sure we create it into our own directory. Um, Try that out. Although I wonder if it's because the server hasn't actually started up yet, because it starts it in the background. So I wonder if I just need to like sleep. Yeah. So if that doesn't work, we'll try try adding a little sleep. Oh man. Okay, how are you doing? How are you doing, GitHub? Not very happy. Directory Postgres does not exist. Okay. Add the sleep in there just in case. I feel like I'm writing a UI test. Speaking of testing with these sleeps in here. Um, Oh, we have to call initdb first. Okay. Postgres initdb. Oh, just give me something I can copy paste. I don't want all this. Trust is the default for ease of installation. Wonderful. And it looks like Postgres is already installed, so I'm gonna. That's what each of those messages keeps saying. So I'm going to leave that one off. Yeah, it's already installed and up to date. Okay, we initted the DB, started the database. However, oh, role Postgres does not exist. Okay, this is a little bit different. Um, let's try because I guess we didn't specify a role in the init database. Perhaps it's just the current user. So in that case, let's leave off the current user. Some of these open tabs, we have 1,000 of them. Oh, database runner does not exist. Okay, so we have to create some kind of user then. Um, let's see, Postgres, initdb, uh, create user. Is there a way to create a user while doing this? Oh, here we go. This defaults the name of the effective user running initdb. Okay, so we can just add this in, dash u Postgres. Kind of expect it to be there already. It seemed like it didn't default to runner for whatever reason. Um, so we're on, yeah, initdb. Dash u, yeah, okay. Oh, but then we'll also need Bashu for sure. Um, no, not there on we hit up PSQL. Hey, 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 it ran. Okay, so I guess we'll see if our migrations run, and then if our tests run. This is just fantastic. Yeah, so there was different GitHub actions where they didn't allow you to create extensions, um, which I guess that's like a security thing. But I mean, like, I don't know, UUID is pretty popular, and not being allowed to use UUIDs on a database is feels feels awkward. And let's see if the migrations run. When the migrations, it basically has to do a full build, a full debug build. And at least the point of doing migrations outside of the tests, in this case of CI/CD instead of auto migrate, is that when auto migrate fails, the tests kind of don't tell you what the migration error was. They just kind of say that the database disconnected and deallocated before it finished starting or something, some error message like that. So if we run the migration directly outside of itself, outside of the test, we get a clear error message. Okay, so it looks like it's kind of on its way of building so we can run the migrations. What could we do in the meantime? So if that does work, we would want to also run the tests on Ubuntu naturally. Does would Ubuntu have Postgres installed already? I mean, I guess we would find out. And if it doesn't, we could do something like apt-get install Postgres. And put an if on that. If I can look back in my commit history. I think it's like starts with I think it was something like that. Let's take a look at the commit history. First, let's take a look at this. This is still crunching away. Yes, here's all of our different Postgres setups. Yeah, here we go. Wow, that's pretty close. I guess it just also needs evaluation curlies on the outside. Yeah, so now that we know that we have a Postgres running that does allow us to create extensions, because we we knitted the database ourselves. I guess we don't need these two lines anymore. And yeah, I'm not sure if we need to apt-get install Postgres, but we'll find out pretty soon. I do want to wait to see how our migrations fare. Probably this is what it'll look like if this works. And then we'll have our test running for, where's our tests? These tests running, which tests the refresh token in the database. I would probably want to start making some more tests, assuming these pass on the CI as well as locally. And I guess we'd also want to start making the sample app. Do we have a samples directory? Not yet. I wonder if the sample app should be a separate repository, because I don't think Swift supports multi repos, or rather mono repos yet. I know JavaScript does, which is nice. Let's see, Swift package mono repo. I mean, I know, like, this is what I do for my Subway app. It's all a mono repo, and they all kind of refer to each other, just like he's suggesting here. But I guess I want to publish multiple packages, um, like so people can, you know, import the SDK to use this FQAuth server, um, and also possibly import some screens into their iOS app. Get easily up and running. It said 1922 here. Now we're at to 1981. It's just like waiting for the subway. 88 to 89. 2058. So if we do make a sample app, yeah, I don't think we can publish. Well, I mean, I guess we could. No, not really, because one package is going to be like this library to use on your own Vapor targets, on your own Vapor microservices. Um, this is going to be to consume the JWTs that are created by this auth server. Yeah, so I guess it would be a. Oh, we had a failure. A separate repo. Connection refused. But we were just able to connect a moment ago, though, right? What database URL did we set? Postgres. The password shouldn't matter. Oh man. So we were able to connect from the command line like this. Dash Postgres. So that implies localhost. Um, what can we do? I guess we can try to make it look exactly like that, as much as like that as possible. Maybe trade this out for 127 instead of explicit localhost. And you know that that's it's a little unfortunate. Um, I guess we could try to, I guess kind of use this URL here to kind of ensure that it does something, but having to wait for uh, the compile time. So this will definitely fail, but it will let us know if we connected or not. Let's see, what's our commit message here? Let's change this to database URL. Permission denied? apt-get? Okay, well. Oh, and this one failed also right away. But it was able to connect. So isn't that lovely? Okay, so we have an URL that we know sure is able to connect. Oh, another thing, it was able to connect without a sleep. Remember before we had a sleep of 1 second, and I guess we don't need that. So that's nice. Try adding sudo there, and we'll Google that while we this. GitHub Actions apt-get install. It says to use sudo. Okay. Ubuntu is still not happy. Able to locate package Postgres. Is it PostgreSQL? How's the Mac doing? The Mac is having a grand old time. Okay, well, I guess that lets us search for what it's called an apt-get. Okay, yeah, it's just PostgreSQL. Yeah, I guess we'll hold off to push on that for a second. Um, so now it's going to build Vapor all over again. So while that's building, I guess we can start on a sample app. Maybe it'll be like FQAuth server and FQAuth iOS would be the two names. This folder is empty. Let's fill it up. Hiding the what's going on part. The cool song. In package.swift, will this confuse Xcode? It might, won't it? I guess I want to export it as like a library, as like a CocoaPod or as a Swift package. Well, I guess one thing at a time. We don't need this right now. Still plugging away. So I think I have a sample app in my repo that I can kind of use as a template. Um, and oh, this needs to be updated. This has a lot of the stuff I like to start a new app with. I'm going to be copying from there. And this is at 1.0 now. Oh, I'm editing the wrong file. There we go. One executable target. And will we have secrets? I guess so. There's definitely going to be stuff I don't want to commit to the uh, Git repo. So yeah, let's have a secrets target. I guess we can kind of say what made it a link again. Thanks. Link. Start on sample iOS app. Show off to show off the server that interacts with the server that uses that uses the server. Okay, and in my secrets file, I do like to show them as an enumeration. And what are we going to need? I know we're going to need the perhaps the bundle ID and the team ID. This would be cool to maybe use something like .env that Vapor does. Maybe that would be better than having a separate secrets target. For the development team. That means this has to return something. Using .env would be quite nice. I might open it on stream by accident. I guess that's okay. I mean, these are just let's return the empty string for now, I guess. Okay. Let's not get too carried away with that quite yet. Cool. So then let's bring over the Xcode gen configuration. And what do we have here? We have an app with tests and some UI tests. We can target iOS 16 now. How you do environment substitutions in the Xcode gen. Support iPad too? Sure, that's fine. I don't think there's code to generate, so we'll leave off the pre-built scripts for now. And again, we'll focus iOS 16. Cool. Let's take a look at our build. It's the whole building. Okay. So then let's make these folders. And then let's make our app. We will import, well, I guess just Swift UI for now. Cool. Now we can generate the project. Switch project. Oh, I didn't import secrets. Just add that import. There we go. And then from just a few files that I was basically able to write from memory, we have an Xcode project. So let's open it up. And then I think it's not going to run because I gave it like a weird development team, but we'll see. I think for the simulator that might not matter. No, it matters. So I guess, let's see. Let's rename these F. That perhaps. We got a PogChamp in the chat, thank you. What should our development team be? Let's just pass that as a string in. Regenerate the project. This just ran a few moments ago. How can it not find SH in scope? Okay, let's delete the build folder. Yeah, we don't need these secrets. Figure out something else to do. I don't even know if that was the problem. I think it just kind of overcomplicates things for right now anyway. Yeah, maybe I was being a little reactionary there. Whoa, so our app is up and running. Let's take another look at our build, and it failed again. And what was the error? Again, could not connect. Connection refused. Why is it refusing the connection? Like, we were able to start it and it was up. Did it fall asleep because the build took too long? But we used the exact same. Oh, is this let's see. Back. I guess here we didn't do that run to show that the build was up and running. That Postgres, sorry, was up and running. What's something that we know will pass? I guess we could select the PG version. I have to say select first. Oh, let's Google it real quick then. Oh, just select a version. Okay. Okay, we'll try again. We'll use this exact database URL. How do I use environment variables in GitHub Actions? Can I just say, like I would expect, $database URL? I hope so. Database URL works. Bruce Leaf says this is where SQLite comes in clutch with just being a file. Absolutely. Uh, Not only that, you can do SQLite in memory, um, which is really nice. Okay, let's just see if that failed real quick or if it's on its way to building. Oh, Ubuntu failed right quick. So it's able to install Postgres. However, there was no initdb command. Okay, that looks. This is Postgres 12. It doesn't really matter. So then on. Is there. Uh, hmm. Where does it install it to? Does it say? So, I mean, it might not be on the path. It's here, I guess. Oh, but it's creating one for me. Files belonging to this database system will be owned by the user Postgres. So it should be connecting anyway. I guess the problem on, on Ubuntu is that I'm trying to init the database here. I guess we could leave it off. Leave it off if it's Ubuntu. Is there an unless? I say unless it's Ubuntu. And let's see how the macOS side is faring. I was able to connect using the database URL. Look at that. So why did it not able to connect from the migration script, which was using the same database URL? Well, let's look at there's an unless. like there's no direct unless. Looks like we need to negate it ourselves. So I guess to do that, we need to look at this expressions thing. So how do I negate? I go in the front. Does it need parentheses? Never know. But it did say that I don't need this evaluation syntax, so I'm going to try leaving that off. What are we testing out here? I guess don't try to create a database on Ubuntu. Try to use one that's already there. And we don't know if Mac has passed or not yet. It's still quite a ways away. Still resolving dependencies. So let's see, what should we call this? I had just said it out loud. Don't create. I guess it's called init.b, right? Initdb. Don't initdb on Ubuntu. Invalid workflow file. Okay. But you told me I don't need to do the curlies. I guess I do. Okay. I just feel like it makes it harder to read because the knot is like kind of hidden in the middle. Might we want to create our own little setup Postgres action, perhaps, uh, just to make this a little bit easier to read going forward. Bruce Lee says Boolean double equals false versus not Boolean. Oh, that's a fair point. You can put it all the way in the front to make it nice and visible. No syntax highlighting here, though. Guess we can kind of break this into stanzas of like, this kind of would be a separate function, a separate task, if you will. Ubuntu's all ready to fail right away. Good job. Cannot connect. Maybe we still need to start it. Like the database is there. We just need to start it. In which case, I do want to init the DB directly. Like, what are we doing here? But I guess I need the path to initdb, and that was on a previous run. And how are we going to find which of these runs it was? So not this one. This is run 21. Let's go to run. Oh, we can't type in the number here. Okay, so let's remember 21. Let's go to 22. Yeah, but here it'll tell us the path to initdb. Here it is. And I bet PG control is in the same directory. And I guess we're going to run these all the time now. And if that's the case, then it's nice that we didn't spend time refactoring too much. Ooh, ooh, oh my goodness. Okay, so this path is going to be only on Ubuntu. The Mac path is still probably going to be something else. I guess what we could do is have a PG bin path environment variable. This will be different on the different platforms, I guess. Put a slash at the end. I did. Was it able to find PSQL by itself? It did, right? It is going to be a little trial and error here. Valid workflow. Oh, hell yeah. What's the problem? Oh, it's supposed to be matrix dot because it's a matrix variable. Let's put that in the commit message. Ubuntu is unhappy right off the bat. Sleeve says, I wish GitHub had some sort of live action web editor. Having to push to see if I fixed or broke something. I know, right? PGCTL says could not start server. Well, why not? Examine the log output. Oh, I bet it's because there's already a Postgres running. But if there was a Postgres running, why couldn't we connect to it? Like you can now start the database server, but it's not started, right? So that means we need the log file. And how do we get that? We have to look up GitHub artifacts, I guess. GitHub Actions artifacts, so we can download artifacts. Yes. See, it's so nice when computers like know what you mean, like being able to type in artifacts and knows you want artifacts, but yet just connecting to a Postgres server on your local machine is, somehow nigh impossible. Oh, this is the API. This isn't how to. Yeah, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, here's an example. Upload artifact. Do we do this at the end, or do we do this like when do we do this? Well, let's put it at the end and take it from there. How are our actions going? So it did not upload the artifacts. Um, there's got to be a way to upload it even when the job fails, because when your tests fail, you want to see the artifact. So there's got to be a way to do this. Facts for failed build. Okay, but what about when it when the job fails? Only when the previous step of a job fails. What about just always? Hmm. You can push artifacts with the script on failure event. Oh, okay. Is this? Oh, this is a different CI tool. Oh my goodness. Ah, okay, that's interesting. The default is success as if the previous step succeeded. So if always is always, and that sounds like exactly what we want. If always load Postgres log. Okay, so we have a few of these kind of chugging away. Um, the Mac is still building. Um, I feel like this one we can just cancel. It's not as far along, and we haven't made any uh, interesting changes for the Mac for here. This one I'll let it go. This one is the current one, so let's see what you got. Examine the log for output. Okay, it looks like it uploaded. Okay. So then how do I look at the artifacts? It's been successfully uploaded. Okay, so let's see it. It's the raw log. Um, is it only available after everything like finishes up? The GitHub Actions, view artifacts. Actions, all workflows. Yep, I did that. From the list of workflow runs, click the name of the run. Okay, let's do two windows next to each other here. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. We don't need this. I think I accidentally closed the tab with the documentation in it. And Command Shift T is not really finding it. Okay, let's just do the search again. GitHub Actions, view artifacts. Click Actions. Okay, click Actions. Let's see, maybe a little above below layout here. Here we have up to step 2. On the left sidebar, click the workflow you want to see. Okay. In the list of workflow runs, the name of the run to see the workflow run summary. Okay. Under artifacts. Okay, I don't see any artifacts. Oh, here's the artifacts. Um, so, so is it only for completed runs? Because here's the artifact section and there's nothing there. However, we have successfully uploaded Postgres log. What's this GitHub CLI? So do I have to wait for this to fail? Or this run was canceled. Okay. Where's the most recent failure for Mac? Yeah, still cannot connect. Um, Despite connecting right here using no typos allowed using the same environment variable. What's going on? Oh my goodness. Anyone out there with a brilliant idea? Postgres, like, so is there any connection reset? Connection refused, error 61. I guess we can look up error 61. Okay, yeah, let's try this. Bruce asks, is your configuration Postgres file up to date with for tests? I don't see any config for development or testing, but that might be correct. Yeah, so the way that we have all these .envs here. So you can see the .env is going here locally. It's just everything just looking at database URL. And then for development, database URL is the dev database. For main, .env just doesn't have a database URL. So that's kind of the strategy for development. And I was supposed to make things easy because in the GitHub Action environment, I can just pick whatever the most easiest Postgres URL there is and pass that in as database URL, and everything's fine. Everything was not fine. Um, uh, yeah, we can take a quick look at that. Yeah, loads the Postgres URL. Let's look at this in Xcode actually. Ah. Oh, well, here we are. Um, okay, Command Shift O, configure Postgres. Do we check that it's Perl? It wasn't a Postgres configuration error, I don't think. Well, do we need to turn off TLS? I don't think so. I don't see the error number here. Error number 61. Oh, this even has vapor in it. It thinks it's not running at all. Oh my. Thing is, we definitely did start it. We definitely connected to it with the exact same environment variable. Uh, yeah, starting to get a little tilted here, not gonna lie. Um, I mean, I guess we can try that one suggestion from that one Stack Overflow. About these two files. I'm not sure where these two files would live though. Okay, so I think they just live in this Postgres directory. So let's try that. Play these are one-liners. Oops. Go. Then to ghpa.conf. Right. MD5, that's a little weird, but it's the accepted answer, so I'll give it a try. Files. Still no artifacts though for this other run. Oh, there's artifact now. Okay. Artifacts postgres.log. Starting Postgres 12. Permission denied. Oh, do I need to run it with sudo? Doing all this jump in stuff, and it just needs sudo, just like we needed sudo for apt-get. Yeah, we might not need sudo for Mac. Ay. Well, it failed right away anyway. Let's see. Ubuntu failed with the same thing. I'm guessing it's that sudo problem. Mac was not able to connect. No password supplied. We are gonna beat this boss at some point, team. Yeah, I really do want to sort of split this Postgres setup into something separate, because this is kind of hard to read as a part of, like, with everything else, set up Swift, run the migrations, run the tests. What would also be nice is kind of generating these instead of having these clog up the works here. Sudo? Ubuntu did not like sudo. G control cannot run as root. So can I to go SU? Says Bruce Leaf. Yeah, that's that's kind of what I'm thinking. Oh my god. Um Holy crap. Sudo, is there a way to sudo su and then just run one command? It does feel like a boss fight though. Sudo su run command. Dash C. Okay. Yeah, I think we need a branch here for like if Mac or if Ubuntu. Um oh my goodness. These are not going to be absolute paths anymore. Like, oh my god. I guess is that's what's happening? Like PGCTL is, wait, maybe we can this take a dash U option? Not really. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I guess this will be like for Ubuntu and then uh for Mac. It'll be kind of what we had before of just this last part. Yeah, where is dot slash gonna gonna resolve to. Well, I guess we'll at least get further information on if this is kind of the right direction. This feels really weird. It's really weird. Oh, that's what chat is saying too. Really weird. Um, there has got to be a better way. Uh, and this has to be quoted together too, I guess. They're both very unhappy about this. That's what Ubuntu said. Permission denied. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out which path and stuff to run stuff at. And how did Mac feel about it? Password authentication failed. Man, I'm like losing my mind. Let me step away for a hot minute and see if that clears my brain up just a little bit. I'll be right back. Hey, how's it going? Bruce is posted in chat that I think he's talking about Circle CI uses Docker for the Postgres image, so it should work on Mac or Linux. Star star star. Um, star star star. Also, they have a free tier that supports Docker, Windows, Linux, ARM, and Mac OS up to 6,000 build minutes per month, 30 jobs at a time, and tests in parallel. Let's take a look. Does it not show my links? No, I should probably give you VIP or mod or something. You've been here so often. Um, your support has been beyond supportive, which I think would allow you to post links. Roles manager and new. Uh, okay, try again. Anything about open source on here? What if I'm building for open source? 40,000 build minutes. That's what I'm talking about. Full CI YAML file for the older OneLeaf website. Public archive. Oh man, and then and then also having to figure out an all new, or not new, but this would be a huge switch in gears. Yeah, these solar circles. Um, yeah, this will be something to look into for sure. Um, I think I need to stop myself at a certain point of going too far down too many rabbit holes on stream. Um, I guess what I'm curious about is if did the Did the Ubuntu build ever pass? Because if so, we could just make two separate, instead of having a matrix, we could have two different jobs like we did with building for Mac and building for Docker. We could have two different tests. uh, oh man, but my brain is burnt. Uh, Either way you shake it at the moment. Um, let's go ahead and run the outro music. Today we kept on trying to get GitHub Actions. Oh, I need to move my camera. There we go. Today we spent a whole lot of time on GitHub Actions trying to disconnect the Postgres, and we made some progress. And other times we didn't. Yeah, this was kind of another rough day, but it was good practice for remaining calm, not getting too tilted, just researching error messages and going forward. Got Postgres to start up. We were able to connect to it from the command line. But once we got to running the tests, the app would not connect using the same exact database URL. So I guess we'll check that more next time, possibly swap to Circle CI. My website's down below, fullqueuedeveloper.com. Oh, wait, we got something in chat. Oh, so we did get the test running for Ubuntu and for Mac? What's happening? Oh, this is I think these were tests that were not actually hitting the database at all. Yeah, just testing the routes and testing some. Oh man, I got all excited. But thank you so much for looking that up, man. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to stream a few times a week. I don't have a schedule to announce quite yet, but I will keep you posted on that. Yeah, see y'all around.